The function we are going to cover is the aggregate function. The aggregate function is within the math and the trigonometry the section of the functions. It returns the aggregate of a list or a database. The function takes a function number. The function numbers are like this: average, count, max, min, product, etc. So when we say we aggregate certain numbers, what we are saying is that we take many numbers and do some operation on it, and the operation results in a single value that is outputted. For example, you can take five numbers and you can aggregate them as a sum, or you can count them, which would be five, or you can, or if the number contains some strings and you want to eliminate the strings or include the strings, then you do variations of count, which would be count A. You could take the maximum of those numbers, the minimum of the numbers. You could multiply them all together, which would be the product, the standard deviations as well, and variance as well. And then there are other variations in which either you ignore hidden rows or you don't ignore them. So that is the first argument to the aggregate function, and then there are options for missing values or errors, and then the array is the numbers which are passed to the function, and k is an optional parameter which sometimes is passed as a passed because these function names have to be qualified further. So we'll not get into this K, but let's see if we have these numbers ranging from -10, -2, -1, and going up to 20. And if we do a particular aggregation, so the way it works is we put the equal to aggregate, and one would be the average of these numbers. Zero means that let's see, what does zero mean. So if we go to the function and we evaluate the formula over here, or maybe insert function. So the options is a number 0 to 7 that specifies the value to ignore for aggregate. For now, just let's assume that it would be 0, which is the default, and then the array range is from B9 to B17. So we are doing average of these numbers. So if we just try to do the average in another way of this, we'll see that the number comes to 3.8889, which is the same. Now, if you carry forward the calculation on this set of numbers, the average is 9, and we do it, so we get a different result. Okay. So yeah, so the average is 4.33, but like we are getting a 9 over here. The reason for this 9 is that we are aggregating 4, 4 which is the maximum. So if we look at here, the maximum number is 9. So the advantage of this aggregate number is that a single function can take an input of like 10 inputs. So if you want to do the sum, average, maximum, min, you can just change the first argument and the same results would there, rather than naming each of them separately. So it's a very powerful function and an alternate to many of the functions that are over here.